Is there anything you can do to avoid being liable for these two things? Yes, don't serve to anyone who appears intoxicated, and always check identifications. Who can sue me? The person injured can sue you. This includes someone who chose to get in the car with the person you overserved. This also includes innocent bystanders who were harmed. The family of the person injured can sue you. The person's parents, children, stepchildren, and or spouse can all sue you. Each can claim his or her own damages. If there's a death, then the group of people who can sue you gets even bigger, expanding to brothers and sisters. Sometimes the person you overserved can sue you, particularly if that person was a minor, or if that person dies, his or her family members may still be able to sue you. What types of damages will I have to pay? Well, you'd have to pay for the injured person's pain and suffering, both the suffering already experienced and to be experienced in the future. The injured person's lost earnings. If the person died, that would be that person's projected lost earnings over his or her lifetime. You might have to pay for the injured person's medical and hospital expenses, even if that person had insurance. You could be sued for the loss of certain relationships. If a parent died, the child can sue you for losing out on having a mom or a dad. If a child died, the parent can sue you for losing out on having a child. If a spouse died, the spouse can sue you for losing out on having a spouse. How much money are we talking? A large restaurant chain paid out $21 million to the parents of two 16-year-olds who were killed in an automobile accident when they were hit by a man who had consumed alcohol in the lounge of a restaurant for a number of hours. His BAC was a .254. In Indiana, a steakhouse was ordered to pay $39 million to a couple who was severely injured when a drunk driver who drank for free at an opening party struck them on their motorcycle. A restaurant chain agreed to a pretrial settlement of $25 million in a wrongful death lawsuit by the family of a college student who died in a car accident after he and the car's underage driver were seen drinking at a branch at one of the restaurants. The driver's BAC was a .20. Let's talk about the criminal liability. Serving to a minor is a gross misdemeanor criminal charge in Washington state. That can lead up to sentences up to 1 year in jail and or a $5,000 fine. Serving to someone who is apparently intoxicated can land you up to a $500 fine. In bad enough circumstances, you can be charged and convicted of criminal manslaughter. What is manslaughter? Manslaughter is causing a death with criminal negligence. A person is criminally negligent if the person commits a gross deviation from the standard of care that a reasonable person would exercise. This actually happened in Kansas in 2007, where a man was charged and convicted by a jury of manslaughter for over-serving an obviously intoxicated patron who eventually died of alcohol poisoning. The man was sentenced to 4 years in prison. In Washington, the punishment for manslaughter is up to 10 years in prison and a $20,000 fine. The punishment also includes the loss of civil rights, like the right to carry a firearm and the right to vote.